Well, I got it back together again. The motor is cleaned and lubricated and reinstalled. And we're going to give it a test. Basically, putting load on the motor is how you test it. Test the spring power, all of that. It's not a dirty record on here. It's just an ordinary record. Orthophonic, Warring's Pennsylvanians. There is a new spring. Well, there's a replacement spring in this motor. I didn't put it there. Someone did it probably 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years ago. Who knows? And it's in very good condition. So I have no doubt it will play both sides of the record, probably beyond that. But with a portable this size, that size spring, I would say 2 sides is average for a normal record. Don't push it beyond that, then it slows and stops in the middle. Anyway, I have Victrola number 2 on there. I borrowed off another machine for the time being. This actually didn't have one when I got it. All Victrola 35s came standard with the Victrola number 2. Between 1923 and 1924, when these machines were being produced, roughly about, I think it was like 13 months or something like that. It didn't have a really long run before they went on to other models. This was the second portable machine that Victor came up with after the Victrola 50 wood box portable, and it would actually live on a lot longer with HMV over in England than it would here with Victrola. This basically is the style of box that would be used on the Victrola 100, the 101, and eventually the 102. Roughly the same size, the same layout. Anyway, now that the motor's all back together, we'll give it a little spin. Obviously, I'm not done with the machine yet. There's a lot more cleaning to do. Spiffing up a little bit. I haven't done the lid yet. There's a lot of stuff like that. But the meantime, and you notice, Victor was always changing machines constantly. If something worked better, they would change it midstream. They didn't care when they did it. There was no set rule that said the same machine had to be made for 12 months without variation. No, they changed all kinds of stuff. Some of these machines don't have these Victrola 50 style corner protectors. They have a black steel strip that runs up like here. Some of them don't have the brake in the front like this. I think only earlier ones or later ones. I'm not really sure which ones had it, but most of them have the brake back here, which makes a little bit more sense, so you're not all kind of crowded here with the speed control. Everything else stays pretty much the same. They don't really alter too much. The motor stays the same. They don't do anything with that. Well, let's see. We got Warring's Pennsylvanians in there. Here or there, as long as I'm with you. I may or may not have played that before. Who knows? I got multiple copies of so many records. Let's see. This one's a little wobbly, but that's all right. auto brake on this one. One thing that's a little awkward is not having a rest over here, but I guess they really couldn't do it that way with having the clip back here to retain it, because it's very easy to lose track of that needle doing it that way. But you have to, or either that, the only other option is to rest it on the record. I don't want to do that. Get in there, let's not stab myself doing it. There we go. Let's go for side B. Obviously this has to be cleaned up a little bit. Oh, mold spectacle. Oh, nasty shit on there. All right, there we go. Here we have At Sundown, George Olsen and his music. Okay, let's see. She spins up nice. There we go. And there we go. Motor is performing at the expectations. Actually, a little beyond them. Usually, with a lot of these 35s, I end up with weak springs. I don't know why, but that's just the way it turns out. It's basically the same spring used in the 50 and in the Victrola number 4, little tabletop model. So often, the springs, they're not that big, not that long, and they get a little stretched out. Let's see if I can find another record here. Heading for Harlem. There you go. Well, we'll try that one. That one's a little hazed, but it may play okay. Let's see. We will wind it up. I'm not going to push it past 2 plays. That's just asking for problems. Got to distribute all the grease in here. Is why I play records after doing the motor, before the rest of the machine is ready. I want to get all the grease smoothed out nicely, especially on the spring. As I said before, don't pre-grease the spring before putting it in the barrel. That's dangerous, and if it ever got away from you, it could hurt you. What you do is you put the spring dry in a dry barrel, and then you scoop the grease in there and press it down in with a scraper or something like that. Putty knife, what have you. Press it down in there, and then when you do this, what I'm doing right now, that distributes the grease evenly all along the length of the spring in there without any risk of bodily harm. It's all inside the barrel, no problems, a lot less mess too. Trying to put a pre-greased spring into a barrel is extremely messy, beyond messy. It's even worse than taking out one that's greased. Really makes a mess. I say this because I've seen videos where people were doing this, and it's just, I cringe when I see it. You know, you let that get away from you and you've really got a problem. That's going to smack you in the face. It's going to break stuff. You know, it's not good. When a spring gets away from you, especially if it has a lot of tension, it can do some real damage to yourself and to property. Let's see what this one's all about.
that back there. Let's rest.
And then take this needle out before I forget and play it twice. Yeah, a little warm, but still she played pretty good. What's the next one? Wherever you are. Okay. Well, I'm right here. Okay, don't know where they are, but there we go. Get a new needle on her. These are loud tone needles, by the way, because it is kind of windy out here today. And some of the sound's going to get whipped away because of that. Nice breeze all day long. Wish it could be like this every day of the year. Well, there we go. Managed to play a fairly worn record both sides. Well, it's not terribly worn, it's just dirty, I think. More than worn, but that's okay. That's a pretty good comment. And now I guess it is a little worn. You can see the haze on there a bit. Let's see if we could find something we could play one side of anyway, just to see if it would. Oh, that's the one I just played. Hallelujah. Oh, there's a nasty crack in that one. Yeah, okay. We won't worry about that record. Let's see if we can find something that's not quite so beat to death. Maybe up front here. Wow, Billy Murray Gallagher. That is an oldie. Probably before 1910, but we'll try it. See if it's got enough oomph in the spring to play that one. A lot of times these really old records can be sometimes kind of worn down in the grooves. Maybe not. Let's give it a shot anyway. See if there's enough juice left in the spring to play it. Oh, leaves are falling.
when Gallagher went up to draw his pay, he had on his made-to-order clothes. Saturday, when Gallagher went sailing down the bay, he had on his made-to-order clothes. He looked the ladies over as he strolled along the deck, till one young fella said, "I wonder who's the rubberneck." And when they got through with Gallagher, they didn't leave a speck. "Look out below!" they shouted. "There he goes!" Flash. That was Gallagher. Flash. That was him. Overboard they threw him, and then they hollered to him, "Swim, you son of a gun, swim!" Hey, shouted Gallagher. Hey, I'll never drown. You can clear the deck for fight, I'll be up again all right, because you can't keep the Irish down. Saturday, when Gallagher climbed up on deck again, he had on his made-to-order clothes. Saturday, when Gallagher faced 700 men, he had on his made.
Well, answers that question. 2.5 plays. That's what you'll get. I'll wind it up so you can hear the rest of the record. Wind it up a little bit anyway. I'm not going to wind it up all the way.
Again, he fought them all the way. Each time he came on board, they threw him back into the bay. And although they tied his hands and feet, he's floating yet, they say. He came from Cork. They shouted, "There he goes!" Flag. That was Gallagher. Flag. That was him. Overboard they threw him, and then they hollered to him, "Swim, you Corkonian, swim!" Hey, shouted Gallagher. Hey, I'll never drown. You can clear the deck for fight, I'll be up again all right, because you can't keep the Irish down.
Billy Murray. And that will do it for now. I have more work to do on this yet. It'll be back. Oh, I was going to show you which one this is. I think this is 4 something, serial number wise. Hold on a second. Okay, we do have 48,707. That's what that one is. 48,707. 1924.